Football Alliance All-American Game between the National Conference All-Americans and the American Conference All-Americans. Joyce Randolph, national recording artist, as we honor America with the national anthem. Gentlemen, welcome to Marquez Stadium on the beautiful campus of the Colorado School Mine in Golden, Colorado for this afternoon's All-American Women's Football Alliance game. The captains will make the new way out to the center of the field for the coin toss. Will receive the opening kickoff.
Live from Golden, Colorado on the campus of the Colorado School of Mines. This is the WFA on WFAProFootball.com and the All-American Game. And we're glad that you joined us for Game 2 today here on Championship Saturday. Last night we had the championship in Division 3. And today we just finished Division 2, the national championship, St. Louis Slam over the Detroit Dark Angels. And now we have the All-American Game between the American Conference and the National Conference. The American Conference won the coin flip, and they have deferred, and they will kick off to the National Conference wearing the blue jerseys with the red numbers trimmed in white. And the American Conference wearing the all-white uniforms with red socks. And the National Conference will head toward the west as this field is basically positioned west to east here in Golden, Colorado at the Colorado School of Mines. Nice that you joined us again this afternoon for Women's Football Alliance action. I'm Blake Olson, along with Mike Harity, who's producing and directing this afternoon. Damon Blick is on camera one on the roof, and the winds are out of the north here, just east of the foothills on the Front Range of Colorado, and we are set and ready to go with the American Conference kicking off to the National Conference at about the 24-yard line, and they'll get a return up to about the 35-yard line after the National Conference. Roberts returns it for the National Conference. And the National Conference, as we talked about in the last game, has dominated this all-star game. Congiali, Amanda, and the DC Divas, the quarterback, with two receivers out to the right and two to the left. As one of her teammates in motion, we're underway with the first play from scrimmage, and a beautiful run outside with plenty of speed and spinning inside the 45 to the 41-yard line. Boy, what a run for the National Conference to get this thing going. Mason Buckner.
First down, National Conference. First and 10, American Conference.
I believe there are 3 or 4 players with duplicate numbers here, so we're going to try to keep up with them as closely as possible. Under 15 minutes now, just underway in this All-American Game for the Women's Football Alliance. And the ball falls out, rolling left, up in the air, and a beautiful catch for the National Conference. Lexi Floor, the wide receiver from the DC Divas.
That's another first down.
First down for the National Conference. Angialdi from the Divas. The quarterback, so they know each other well. And the Divas quarterback in the shotgun with two receivers to the left and two to the right. And she will keep it after she pulls it out on the mesh, tries to make a move and can't get outside, and good speed by the defense in the American Conference. The National Conference once again with the ball, with the blue jerseys, white pants, and the American Conference in the all white.
Second down and 9.
Second and 9 now. Congialdi. And the National Conference. And a false start, it looks like. First quarter of the All-American Game, WFA Women's Football Alliance. We have two champions in Division III and Division II already crowned here in Golden, Colorado at the Colorado School of Mines. And on 2nd and 14, rolling left, the lefty delivers a strike right at about the 21-yard line. Crystal Cozzo.
Complete to number 40, Kozo.
Crystal Cozzo, the wide receiver from
3rd down and 3.
Pittsburgh. Cozzo with the reception, 3rd down and 3 for the National Conference. The best players not playing in the Division I championship tonight here on this field today in this all-star game. And up ahead and pulled down at about the 19-yard line. Congialdi picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards on that play. Shauna Brooks is in on that play. Congialdi now on 4th down and 1 and a false start. Taking command of the offense, Congialdi. And a false start here in the first quarter. Scoreless. National Conference and American Conference in the WFA Women's Football Alliance. Two receivers out to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back. It's Congialdi. She's going to keep it after a little fake and runs for the first down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Congialdi for the National Conference, and the sticks will move.
First down, National Conference. 1st and 10 from the American 15.
Glad you joined us If you've never seen WFA or women's football, it's a high quality product and entertaining, hard hitting, fast, and exciting. And we've seen that already last night and this afternoon. This is game 3 of championship weekend here in Golden, Colorado. And a nice run inside for the National Conference to the 8-yard line.
Fitzgerald, ball carrier.
Shaysha Fitzgerald
Gain of 6 on
from
the
the
play.
Baltimore Nighthawks with the carry. Fitzgerald. Gialdi rolling right, squares her shoulders, the lefty lets go. Look at that pass for the touchdown, National Conference. What a beautiful strike.
Pass complete the pistol for a National Conference touchdown.
Boy, that is a beautiful throw. Strike there for the National Conference to get on the scoreboard first, 6-0. The extra point splits the uprights.
Extra point attempt is good.
And it's good.
9:37 remaining in the first quarter. National Conference with 7, and American Conference with 0.
7-0 National Conference.
WFA
You are watching the WFA Women's Football Alliance All-American Game. We're coming back in 1 minute with more action on WFAProFootball.com.
Thank you for your sponsorship of this weekend's Women's Football Alliance activity.
So after the PAT Candace Pistol from the Tampa Bay Inferno, they take a 7-0 lead here in the All-American Game at Marv K Stadium, Campbell Field, on the campus of the Colorado School of Mines, Golden, Colorado. The home of Coors headquarters, just east of us here, about a mile. And this kick is live and bobbled up in the air after hit hard. And the National Conference comes in to deliver the blow, but the American Conference able to hold on. So now the American Conference will have their opportunity and see if they can put some points on the board against this very talented National Conference squad.
American Conference will start first and 10 from their own 36.
From the 36-yard line. Kelly Washington, quarterback from the Wisconsin Dragons, under center. Pitches out left side. Plenty of speed about the 35-yard line, inside the 40-yard line. American Conference with some speed. And Shauna Brooks from the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. She has really good speeds, can scoot the Thundercat. Washington under center now. Has a receiver off to the left and to the right. Two backs in the backfield. And there's a whistle. Delay a game on the American Conference. Thanks for watching WFAProFootball.com and the All-American Game. Best players in women's football. All three divisions here. Washington pressured, comes back to her right. Trying to escape at the 40-yard line, at the 45. Pointing to her blocker, ended up in the air inside the 50 to the 46-yard line.
Washington ball carrier, good enough for an American Conference first down.
First down for the American Conference.
46-yard line.
8:20 on the clock as the American Conference tries to come back. Washington, big play at the quarterback spot. She's now in the shotgun after a couple plays under center. And another whistle, timeout. American Conference.
During this timeout, don't forget to make your own where you can purchase t-shirts and other souvenirs.
Rob Sandlin, the head coach of the American Conference from the Mile High Blaze. Myron Jefferson also from the Blaze. And James Ray coaching the running backs. Ryan McCauley, Sean Matson, Derek Wendell Schaefer, Anthony Dunn, Jose Ochoa, Lily Messina, and Laura Brown on the coaching staff. Jasmine Plummer, Ruby Albright, Kaya Segula, Jamie Fornall, Devin Walker, Desiree Allen, and Shannon Christensen. Coaching staff for the National Conference. 1st and 10 now for Washington and the American Conference in this All-Star game, All-American game. Pistol formation, handoff, cutting back to the right side and dragged down at about the 48-yard line is Plummer, who we saw last night in the Division III National Championship game. Nevada, the Nevada Storm, and Plummer with a huge game, racking up the yards, and one of the best that you'll see in women's football. 2nd down and 10. Back to pass, over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Kaya Segula, the wide receiver from the Minnesota Vixen. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the American Conference versus the National Conference in the Women's Football Alliance. Washington looks to her right, delivers, and wrapped up, pickup of about 3 yards to Segula. Pickup of 3 yards. And that'll be 4th and about maybe 6 for the American Conference as the National Conference leads it 7-0 here at Marv K Stadium in beautiful Golden, Colorado. Washington has Plummer to her right, Washington steps back and then steps up, delivers, fires, hit hard, but the catch is made. And what a hit, and what a catch before the hit. Segula takes a lick, but keeps on ticking there. Man, what a hit by the National Conference. Rashida Ford of the Baltimore Nighthawks. Goodness.
National Conference takes over on downs.
What's amazing, I thought she may have gotten the first down, but short despite the catch. Nice pass, nice catch, beautiful hit, hard hit, and the National Conference takes over on downs. Here's a run out to the left of the 40-yard line, 45 up to the 49-yard line. And some great running from Pasha Rivers from the Columbus Comets.
Sure in the ball carrier. Good enough for a National Conference first down. First and 10 from their own 49.
Angela Baker, Pittsburgh quarterback, a little option right, and she's going to keep it, and that's a gorgeous play for the what appears to be a first down, but they're going to say that she's short. Running that option out of the gun. Love that play. Good look, has an option to pitch, keeps it, gets upfield. Baker from Pittsburgh. I believe this is Rivers. And she is dragged down. She is dragged down short of the first down.
Third down and 1.
Angela Baker, the quick and speedy quarterback. Stretching it out. Keeps it. First down run to the 33-yard line, 34-yard line. Wow. Very impressive.
Baker, the ball carrier. Good enough for National Conference. First down. First and 10 for the American Conference 29.
First and 10 now with 4:19 to go. In the opening quarter, 3 receivers out to the right, and Baker rolls to the right, and she will let it fly into triple coverage and through the hands. What a great pass. Would have been a first down and a big strike for the National Conference right here. Well, that's about as good as you could throw into triple coverage. And there are actually four defenders around her. Kozo, the intended receiver. It's second down and 10. 3 receivers out to the right. The big running back out to the right picks up about 4 yards for the National Conference.
Turn the ball carrier. Third down, 6.
3rd and 6 now. I have Tanisha Spencer in the backfield, the running back. with her teammate, the quarterback for the National Conference, and she avoids the pressure and then knocked out of bounds. She is fun to watch. Smooth. Baker. The first down stick, Baker from Pittsburgh. And Tanisha Spencer.
Fourth down and 3.
Fourth down, 3 for the National Conference here at Marv K Stadium in Golden in the All-American Game. Baker carries out the fake, keeps it, trying to stiff arm her way to the first down marker, and won't happen. Jasmine Plummer comes up to make the stop. Plummer is one of the best players that you will see, and we saw her last night win a national championship in Division III for the Nevada Storm, and that stalls the drive, and the American Conference will take over on downs here. 2:50 to play in the opening quarter. Blake Olson with you, along with Mike Harity producing and directing. Damon Blick on camera one. WFA ProFootball.com. Women's Football Alliance. Back to pass. Complete again. And Washington. Segula. And Washington hooking up here and having a lot of success in the passing game so far. Segula just caught that pass in that last possession to stop their drive and hit hard, but still made the catch. She is back out doing her thing right now. Washington under center. And handoff. Ooh, it hit hard. That's a tough run. Tank Nelson. And coming up to make that hit. Very impressive. Kim Rose stands her ground. But Tank is obviously tough to tackle. Good speed running downhill. First and 10 for the American Conference with 1:35 to go in the first quarter. This one overthrown, incomplete. Got a good pace and rhythm to this game here in this All-American Game for the Women's Football Alliance. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. American Conference. Kelly Washington from the Wisconsin Dragons at the QB spot. And they moved. They didn't throw the flag, though. It is an all-star game. And Washington tries to make something out of that one, picks up 2 yards. It looked like the right tackle may have leaned right there. And they're like, you know what? We've got 2 more games, and this is an all-star game, so we may let that one go. And I appreciate that. Really good flow to this game. Watching the best in women's football here at Marv K Stadium. Colorado School of Mines. Washington, the quarterback, with 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Looks to her right, and then over the middle of the field, almost picked off. Through the hands of the National Conference. Tanisha Spencer.
Washington's pass ball is incomplete. Intended for number 71.
Boy, Spencer had that one just right through her hands. 4th and 8 with 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's an all-star game. It's the All-American Game here in this great league, the Women's Football Alliance. Delay of game. And remember, these teams have only been together for a day, basically. Trying to run as much base offense as possible. And they make their way out here for the all-conference game, and they'll get the punt off here. National Conference will try to get a return at about the 40-yard line and then hit inside the 40 at about the 37. And Plummer comes up to make the play. Crystal Kozo. Plummer did a nice job covering that one. Coming up to make the hit. Congialdi, quarterback. Divas. She has her receiver Lexi Floor split out inside to the left. And they'll let this one go. Again, and that pass incomplete off the shoulder pads, off the chest. And the first quarter is coming to an end, 25 seconds to go. Kozo, the intended receiver. This snap over the head, but bounces back to the National Conference quarterback, and she is scrambling, trying to get it off. Throws it back the other way, has a receiver, and almost makes that one work. And 13 seconds to go in the first quarter, with the National Conference leading 7-0 against the American Conference.
For Fiscal, falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 now for Amanda Congialdi and the Divas from the DC Divas. Another high snap. She does a nice job catching that thing. Hit hard right before she lets it go, and complete to her teammate. Downfield, Lexi Floor, the wide receiver from the DC Divas, will floor you with this one. Look at that, hit hard. Congialdi hit right between double coverage. Love when it works out like that. And that will end the first quarter of play of the All-American Game. The Women's Football Alliance Championship Weekend here in Golden, Colorado at the Colorado School of Mines. We're coming back in about a minute with more action.
Fox Physical Therapy, Lulu Pace, 9 News, CNET, Ada Nation, the Denver Broncos, ESPN, Colorado Mortgage Coach, the Mile High Blade, Prismatic Solutions, and Coors Light. Thank you all for your sponsorship of women's tackle football and the 2019 Women's Football Alliance National Championship Weekend.
Back to Golden, Colorado, and the Colorado School of Mines at Marv K Stadium, Campbell Field. We have the National Conference and the American Conference. National Conference leading 7-0. They have the ball. It's 1st and 10 in their blue jerseys and white pants. Back to pass, left side, complete. Beautiful throw and strike over the left side for the first down for the National Conference and Congialdi. Kozo with the reception and moves the chains again.
From the 15-yard line.
This quarterback is impressive. In this all-star game, you can see why the DC Divas are one of those difficult teams to beat week in and week out. She has 3 receivers off to the right and able to hold on to it. She'll get outside to the left and runs for what appears to be a first down, but they may say that she is short here. Short by about a yard. 14 minutes to play in the first half of this All-American game at beautiful Marv K Stadium on the Colorado School of Mines campus. Congialdi with 2 receivers split out to the left, 2 to the right in the pistol formation, and she hands off left side and powers it in for the National Conference touchdown. And they up their lead to 13-0. Impressive display
Fitzgerald, the ball carrier, National Conference
after Fitzgerald takes that into the end zone. And the All-Stars, the All-Conference team from the National Conference, so far dominating. 13-0 early in the second quarter. PAT is good. High enough, splits the uprights. And Pistol from Tampa Bay does her job. You're watching All-American Football. The WFA Women's Football Alliance, the All-American game between the National Conference and the American Conference. Coming back with more action in 1 minute. Short kick at about the 35-yard line. The American Conference will haul it in and then wrapped up and tackled at about the 37-yard line.
Number 13, Julia Schorschfire on the return. American Conference, 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Gabrielle Duran, who we saw last night, makes some unbelievable catches and some big plays in the Division III game with the tackle there. It's 13:37 to go from Marv K Stadium. And the American Conference with the ball. There's a handoff to Plummer up the middle. Kelly Washington, the quarterback. Plummer, of course, from the Nevada Storm. The all-everything. Julia Shropshire split out to the left. Washington has 3 receivers to the right. Plummer to her right in the backfield with under 13 minutes to go. Washington delivers. Another one complete. Pickup of 3 yards. And Segula, man, she is just all over the place and reliable, obviously. She will haul it in. Runs good routes, quick, good feet, excellent hands. Minnesota Vixen. American Conference trying to come back here after an impressive display by the National Conference early in this game. Here in Golden, Colorado, we have a new quarterback in the game. Handoff, good speed, 2 nice moves, but here comes the defense, speaking of speed, and the pursuit for the National Conference. I believe it's Regina Jackson from the Mississippi Lady Panthers, the quarterback now. Handoff, right side, more speed. Look at that move, bouncing out. And up ahead for the first down. Shauna Brooks, the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Brooks with a beautiful run. Wow, just quick feet for the American Conference, and hopefully they can capitalize on that first down, moving the change, and see if they can get in the end zone. We got Washington back at quarterback. Rolls to her right, steps up, trying to earn that first down, and she is short by about 4 yards, tackle hard, and a big pickup, though, for Washington, who opts to tuck it in and head upfield. Couldn't find a receiver, so now 2nd down and 4 for the American Conference. 10:29 to go. In the WFA All-American Game, Women's Football Alliance, WFAProFootball.com. Washington looks to her right, dumps it off. What a nice move, stiff arm after the catch, and then up ahead. You talk about the strength of Segula. Segula with that stiff arm after the catch here, and this is how you do it, young receivers. Watch Segula, first the concentration, catch it first, stiff arm, get upfield, get out of my way, first down, Segula. 9:56 to go until halftime. And Washington in the gun. Washington, right side, Segula again. Nice catch and knocked out of bounds. Washington pressured, wrapped up, tackled at about the 30-yard line.
carrier. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 7.
.8:30 to go in the first half. And this handoff is fumbled and recovered by the National Conference. They just could not make the exchange, and the National Conference comes up with it. Big turnover. 1st and 10 for the National Conference, leading 14-0.
36-yard line.
From the 36. All-American Game, National Conference now with the ball again, leading by 2 touchdowns. Angela Baker, so entertaining to watch in the pistol formation. Baker, little play action, hits a receiver. Oh, the hook and ladder, 1st down, National Conference. Hard running.
Flag on the play.
And it looks like they may call a personal foul. I don't know if she got the face mask. But a 1st down. How about the hook and ladder? Works to perfection. Let's see what the call is here. Face mask. And the National Conference doing everything this afternoon in this all-star game with 8:07 to go.
Result of the plays, 1st down for the National Conference, 1st and 10 for the Americans, 30-yard line.
From the 30, the National Conference. With Baker, their quarterback. Spins, she's pressured, and lets one fly, and her receiver trips. Overthrown. Plummer couldn't make the play on defense, and the receiver was on the turf. So incomplete. National Conference.
Number 20, Lewis, ball incomplete, 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 now. .744 to play. Whistle. Another delay.
American Conference.
Timeout from Golden, Colorado, and the Colorado School of Mines in the All-American Game, National Conference, and the American Conference.
Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Player of the Year awards are presented to both the national.
Coming up at halftime, you'll be able to see all the American and National Conference All-Stars and see their faces and who they are and who they represent here at the Colorado School of Mines. 7:39 officially on the clock, 2nd quarter. Marv K Stadium, Campbell Field. And so many great players on this turf right now for the fans here at championship weekend. In beautiful Colorado, the Front Range. 2nd and 15 now. Baker rolls right. Pump fakes and then finds her receiver downfield. What a beautiful grab. And the communication between those two, so impressive. Kozo, wow, know each other well, obviously. They're just throwing her around the neighborhood there, playing pitch and catch. That was almost unfair. Obviously, they know each other well, and they displayed it on that play. Baker handoff. Oh, the bruising running back up to the 5-yard line for the National Conference. Wow. What a run. Talk about balance and strength. That is tough to slow down. An offense like that, they're able to do almost anything. Left side, running hard. You better get out of my way because I'm heading to the end zone for the National Conference touchdown. Well, they're saying Harrison. What a run. Wow. Amazing run. The strength and the National Conference leading 20-0 before the PAT. You do not want to get in front of her. I'll tell you what, you better be ready to tackle. That National Conference is loaded with talent. We're coming back in 1 minute. 1 minute with more action here in the All-American game. Coverage by the National Conference at about the 39-yard line. And the American Conference will try to put something together here. Pasha Rivers running hard for the National Conference on that previous drive. Tough to wrap up. Great players on display this afternoon. You'll see more in the Division I championship game coming up at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Central. Incomplete pass, American Conference, Washington. 6:03 to play in the first half. Washington in the shotgun as they try to come back. Good ball off to the left and through the hands of her intended receiver, Desiree Allen.
3rd down and 10.
So that brings up another 3rd down and 10 for the American Conference. At the Colorado School of Mines in Golden, Colorado. Washington hands off right side. American Conference trying to stretch it out and then get upfield, but back to the line of scrimmage. Regina Jackson, Mississippi Lady Panthers. They pick up 1. Fourth and 9. Jackson. She'll lob this one over the middle and almost intercepted.
Pass intended for number 21, Shannon Christensen. Ball's incomplete. National Conference takes over on downs.
So the National Conference takes over.
From the American 39-yard line.
On downs here, and with 5:10 to go, it's 20-0. National Conference in the All-American Game. WFA Women's Football Alliance. Kanji Aldi, the quarterback under center again. The DC Divas. Pitches out to the right side. This one's fumbled again. And live in the American Conference jumps on it. And a big turnover for them as they try to come back. And a big defensive play. They'll take advantage of that. At least they'll accept it and take it and see what they can do and see if they can take advantage of it.
Recovered by the American Conference. First down, American Conference from the 50-yard line.
So with just over 5 minutes to go, the American Conference will see if they can score for the first time this afternoon. Washington once again in the gun, and another whistle.
Flag on the play.
Encroachment, it looks like, on the National Conference. Yards. Washington now. Back to pass. Steps up. Throws right. Complete for the first down to the 26-yard line.
Pass complete.
That was a big strike. Jamie Fornall.
Dylan Walker. First down, American Conference. First and 10.
Actually, Devin Walker, 2 14s on this team from Southern Oregon. The other 14 is Jamie Fornall. That one overthrown, incomplete.
As intended. For number 11, Segula, ball's incomplete, second down and
intended receiver there was Segula. 4:37 to go. American Conference look like they may have an opportunity to score for the first time. this afternoon as they try to come back. Washington in the shotgun. And she hands off left side to the 20, 15, up to the 11-yard line. Regina Jackson.
Regina Jackson, the ball carrier.
The Mississippi Lady Panthers athlete, running back, quarterback, all-star here in the WFA with the nice run to the 11-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to play in the first half. Washington looks to her right, pump fake, then to triple coverage and intercepted, I believe, by the National Conference. No, a touchdown. They fought for it, and a touchdown pass for the American Conference.
Pass complete to Krisha Lee for an American Conference touchdown.
Oh, beautiful throw and catch. Right into triple coverage. And good for the American Conference. Finding the end zone, getting in there, and they can celebrate about that.
Further review shows an incomplete pass.
So evidently now an incomplete pass. And I'm not sure where they were reviewing the play, but they say incomplete. They discussed it, and the American Conference will try to score again here in this All-American game. Washington pressured, trying to get away, and she does. At the 10, 5, keeps her feet. Touchdown! Washington!
Touchdown!
And the American Conference. Wow. What a beautiful run. That was just gorgeous. So on the board for the first time this afternoon, it's 20-6. The National Conference leads. With 3:46 to go. So they get some confidence here. And we'll go for two. Washington pitches out to her back. Hit it about the 3-4 yard line. And
Nelson's two-point attempt is no good.
No good on the 2-point conversion.
And with 3:46 remaining,
And
the
it's
National
20-6.
Conference 20. And the American
The
Conference
National
with
Conference leading the American Conference. So the American Conference making a statement and did a great job marching down the field, some big plays, and getting into the end zone. Washington. 3:46 to play in the first half. All-American game. Women's Football Alliance, WFA. You're watching WFAProFootball.com. Coming back in 1 minute. American Conference set to kick it off. after scoring for the first time this afternoon in the WFA All-American game. And here's a return at about the 23-yard line. Ball is bobbled at about the 30. Plummer, hard nose hitting on the kick return, on the kick coverage team.
On the return, National Conference.
National Conference's Candy Thompson, Tampa Bay Inferno with the return. May have been Rashida Ford, actually. So 1st and 10 for the National Conference. Congialdi. These athletes just love playing this game, and thankfully they do, because they've brought so much entertainment and joy to football fans across the country, and more hard-nosed running from the National Conference.
Fitzgerald, the ball carrier.
Fitzgerald is tough to tackle. Once she gets going, you have got to tackle her low and wrap up, because she will grind it and hurt you. 2nd and 2 now. 3 minutes to play in the first half. WFA Women's Football Alliance. Handoff now to right side. Nice hole, 1st down. So the Nevada fans in front of us, and evidently when Plummer makes the tackle, they call it being plummerized. And you can understand that after watching her last night in the Division III National Championship game. Congialdi, the quarterback from the DC Divas. Love that look. Look like the DC Redskins. Left-handed delivery up ahead, 1st down. And she can throw the ball.
Pass complete, Dick Kozel.
Love watching her sling it. 1st down for the National Conference. They'll try to score again with just 2:12 to go in the first half. First down and 10 for the National Conference in the All-American game. Congialdi squares his shoulders, and another strike inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Pass complete to Pistol.
Pistol with the reception.
First down. 1st and 10.
141. Now the clock ticks down to 135 in the first half. Congialdi, couple receivers both sides. Pistol formation. And she is pressured, hit hard, and affects the throw, incomplete. Coming in strong, the American Conference.
Congialdi hit as she throws. 2nd down and 10.
So a tough-nosed quarterback standing strong in the pocket, hit from the blind side. 2nd and 10. Congialdi with 1:18 to go. Rolls left. Looks downfield. And this one through the hands of her receiver and incomplete. Takes a few seconds off the clock.
Pass intended for Kozel, falls incomplete. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. 1:12 to go in the first half. All-American game. Women's Football Alliance. WFA. And a timeout. They want to try to score another one here. So they're going to talk it over. See what's going on. See if they can figure out something. I know this much. Those receivers in space with Congialdi, extremely dangerous and difficult to cover. And they've been having their way for the most part, but the American Conference doing a nice job getting on the board. 6 points. And trying to slow down the National Conference. Once again, 3rd down for Congialdi. She's worth the price of admission, watching her scramble around in and outside of the pocket. And the lefty downfield deep, has a receiver there. But good coverage by the American Conference, and Kozel can't make the catch. Would have been a tough one. It'll be 4th down and 10 for the National Conference in the All-American game with 1:03 to play. American Conference trying to keep them out of the end zone for the 4th time this afternoon. Championship weekend. Colorado School of Mines in Golden, Colorado. Congialdi in the shotgun, pistol, will play action. Looks to the right, and she will go down and sacked at about the 45-yard line. 55 seconds to play in the first half.
American Conference
got a couple players on the turf, and they help them up.
From the 35-yard line.
First and 10 for the American Conference. Down 20-6, Washington. She's the quarterback. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. And complete. Right side, up ahead, still in bounds.
Pass complete to Segula.
Segula.
9 yards on the play, 2nd down and 1.
The Minnesota Vixen with the nice catch, short of the first down. 2nd and 1. 33 seconds, and the clock continues to tick. Washington, back to pass. Another completion. Segula get out of bounds, and she does. Inside the 50 to the 48. 21 seconds to go.
From the 48-yard line.
In the WFA All-American game.
Timeout, American Conference. Correction, timeout, National Conference.
Timeout on the field, National Conference. 20-6. right, so obviously National Conference jumps out early, and they look to dominate, but the American Conference has fought back and trying to make this a game here in Golden, Colorado at the Colorado School of Mines. Glad you joined us on WFA ProFootball.com for championship weekend in Women's Football Alliance. The Women's Football Alliance, a great product. Hope you enjoy the Division I game tonight, and hope you have enjoyed the Division III and Division II national championship games. Washington, back to pass, she goes deep, coming over somehow after it deflects off the defender, and who else? Once again, Segula comes up with that catch. That's incredible. Washington lets it fly, and then great coverage. National Conference can't make the INT, and then Segula comes up with it. Wow. 12 seconds to play in the first half. American Conference with a chance to score again. Really good opportunity now. We'll see what they draw up. Here in the All-American game. That was fun. Very impressive. So Washington back there slinging it. Segula split out to the right. Washington the quarterback. Quick pass out to Segula. Segula at the 11-yard line, jumps out of bounds with 6 seconds to go. That's a great job by the coaching staff. Get the ball in her hands, and then she can get upfield and get out of bounds with time left. It's still manageable, so they can strike to the end zone. We'll see. See if they can get 2 plays off here. Washington. Pressured, dumps it off. Segula at the 5 and tackled at the 1. Right before the buzzer, short of the touchdown. Unable to get into the end zone for the American Conference, and after 2 quarters, it's halftime in the All-American game, the Women's Football Alliance. And we got an interesting game. Had a chance to cut that lead. 20-6 right now at halftime between the National Conference and the American Conference, as they will do a ceremony here with the All-Americans at halftime. So enjoy that.
Fans, don't forget, in the concourse area, you can purchase t-shirts and other souvenirs commemorating the 2019 Women's Football Alliance 10th Anniversary National Championship Weekend. Fans, at this time, we would like to take an opportunity to award Coach of the Year, MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Player of the Year for the Women's Football Alliance. First, we'll start off with the Women's Football Alliance Coach of the Year. With over a decade of coaching in women's football, including a head coaching record of 34-7. Last year, in just his third season as head coach, he led the Renegades to a national championship title. Your 2019 Coach of the Year is awarded to John Johnson of the Boston Renegades. Accepting the award on behalf of Mr. Johnson is Jimmy Calfan. Next, we have the WFA Defensive Players of the Year. First, for the National Conference. An offense's worst nightmare, this player did everything possible to help her defense. 94 tackles, 18.5 for a loss, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, an interception, a pass deflection, and a fumble recovery. She was in the top 3 for every defensive category on the Fusion this season. The WFA Defensive Player of the Year in the National Conference is Veronica Rucker of the Cleveland Fusion. For the American Conference, when not helping her team on the offensive side of the ball, this player is averaging 10 tackles per game, with almost 10% of those for a loss. Her hard work helped the St. Louis Slam to have the #1 defense in Division II. The WFA Defensive Player of the Year in the American Conference is Chelsea Vincent of the St. Louis Slam. For the Offensive Players of the Year in the National Conference. When the list of great quarterbacks is compiled, this name needs to be towards the top. With over 2,280 yards in the air and almost 200 more on the ground, this player threw 29 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions this season. She led her team with the #1 offense in the WFA and has a quarterback rating of 139.6. The WFA Offensive Player of the Year in the National Conference is Amanda Congliati from the DC Divas. And for the American Conference, when you want a big-time rush, you hand the ball off to this player. with an average of 12.8 yards per carry and 23 touchdowns. She led all of Division I rushers by over 200 yards to her nearest competitor. With a total of 1,074 yards, she helped her team to a 7-1 season. The WFA Offensive Player of the Year in the American Conference is Gabriella Johnson from the Portland Fighting Shockwaves. Accepting the award on the behalf for Gabriella is Lily Messina. Now your 2019 MVP award winners for the National Conference. The most pass attempts in the league, the most completions in the league, the longest pass completion in the league, and the most touchdowns of any quarterback in the league. Last season, she helped her team claim the Division I championship and looks to repeat that later on tonight. The WFA MVP of the National Conference is Allison Cahill of the Boston Renegades. Accepting the award on behalf of Allison is Jimmy Callahan. And for the American Conference, in one season, this player has gone from 377 yards passing and 8 touchdowns to 1,835 yards passing and 31 touchdowns on only 2 interceptions. She has helped lead her team to the Division I National Championship 2 years in a row. A real leader on the field. The WFA MVP of the American Conference is Chantel Wiggins of the Cali War. Fans, once again, let's put your hands together for all these defensive, offensive, coach, and MVPs for your 2019 Women's Football Alliance season. Once again, fans, the 2019 sponsors for the Women's Football Alliance National Championship Weekend include 9 News, CNET, Aiden Nation, the Denver Broncos, Team Rebel Direct, Colorado Mortgage Coach, ESPN, USA Weightlifting, Lulu's Cake, Dillard's Aurora Town Center, Coors Light, Lockwood's Media Services, Fox Physical Therapy, and Prismatic Solutions. Thank you for your support of the Women's Football Alliance 2019 National Championship Weekend. On the return, American Conference to start, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
Hopefully you got your hot dog and chips in your back for the All-American Game. WFA Women's Football Alliance and the American Conference trying to drive again. Washington hands off, and then this will be a halfback pass downfield, wide open. That's going to be a touchdown for the American Conference. Oh, that was beautiful. Segula on the other end of that halfback pass. And they were unable to score at the end of the first half. And here they run the halfback pass and strike it deep. And a great call by the coaching staff for the American Conference. And it's now 20-12. as they'll go for two, I would imagine. Well, that was fun to start the second half of play. Washington under center. Handoff left side to Tank and inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. And won't find the end zone. Can't punch it in for the 2-point conversion. But after that halfback pass and the touchdown, the American Conference in business in the All-American game. Women's Football Alliance, WFA, from Golden, Colorado, on the campus of the Colorado School of Mines, Marv K Stadium, Campbell Field. We're back in 1 minute for more action.
National Conference to start first and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Blake Olson back with you for the second half of the All-American game in the Women's Football Alliance, and now the National Conference with the ball again. We've got a great game here as they try to counter after the American Conference runs that halfback pass to perfection. Left side and a flag. I don't know if there's a face mask there.
Flags on the play. First foul. 6 pass.
Face mask on the American Conference. So a great game after that strike in the third quarter.
The penalty against the American Conference is a National Conference.
See a lot of cool things in the WFA, and we're seeing it here with the best players in the league. Quick pass off to the left, inside the 30-yard line for the National Conference.
Pass complete to number 40, Kozo.
Kozo with the catch, and Angela Baker, the quarterback, delivering the short pass. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Just underway, third quarter. What a way to start it off with that deep pass for a touchdown, the halfback pass. Baker. Offs back, lets it go just in time, complete. And about the 17-yard line, ball is stripped by Plummer. And she may have been Plummerized again. No, they called the whistle.
Pass complete to Kozo.
Almost stripped it. The star from the Nevada Storm and the fans from Nevada, they don't like that call.
First and 10 from the 17.
They're having a good time. The fans from Reno after their national championship last night right here at Marv K Stadium. Baker in the pistol. One player in motion. Handoff. Right up the gut. Wants a face mask.
Roberts the ball carrier.
And Roberts with the carry.
Seven on the play.
2nd and 3.
Second down and 3.
Baker, National Conference trying to strike again. Here's Baker, rolling left, has the receiver out in the flat. But tough defense coming up with the high tackle. May have been a first down, but they're going to mark it short. Good defense by the American Conference preventing that one. Baker on 3rd and 1. Handoff right up the middle, off the right guard and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Roberts into the end zone.
Roberts, touchdown, National Conference. And they up their lead to 26-12.
Our National Conference.
Here in the All-American
touchdown.
game. Women's Football Alliance, the Division I championship coming up at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern and 9 o'clock Central. They'll go for 2, try to up their lead to 28-12. See what Baker can do here. Their National Conference team. She rolls right, has a receiver, broke it up, and then into the hands for the National Conference and Kozo.
2-point conversion attempt.
28-12 National Conference. We're coming back in 1 minute with more action.
And the American Conference with 12.
From the National Conference, American Conference, trying to get something out of their return. Hit hard.
On the return.
Brooks
American
with the
Conference
return to the
first and 10
37-yard line.
from the 37-yard line.
11-13 to play in the 3rd quarter. American Conference strikes big with a halfback pass, and then the National League answers following that, and we have a 28-12 game right now. The best players in the WFA and the best players in women's football. Washington scrambling, getting out of it. Washington has room. They come up and make the defensive play and Nice job coming up to slow down the quarterback and make the tackle by the National Conference. Brianna Brewer of the Nighthawks from Baltimore comes up. And good coverage. .10:31 to play in the third quarter. Washington, hands off, Plummer, right side. Nice little move, then gets outside. Gets the edge, and there's a flag on the field. Holding on the American Conference.
10 yards from the spot of the ball. Still, second down.
.10:03 to go in Washington. Off to the right side, Segula. Nice move after the catch, still on her feet, and then tackled out of bounds.
Third down and 4.
Washington on third down. Segula again. Picks up maybe 1 yard before she's thrown out of bounds.
Fourth down.
All-American Game, National Conference, American Conference. WFA, Women's Football Alliance. Washington has a receiver, but then the defense closes on it and basically throws into double coverage and intercepted by the National Conference.
By number 10, Johnson. National Conference. First and
Jessica Johnson, the DC Divas,
from the 45-yard line.
with the pick. And a big interception by Johnson. Kanji Aldi at quarterback. Hands off, tackled in the backfield. Nice defense by the American Conference. Shooting in there.
By number 71, Krishna Lee.
And
Two on the play. Second down and
shoots
12.
the gap, and that's a really impressive defensive play in the backfield to make the tackle. 28-12. National Conference with the ball and the lead. Once again, the pressure's there, almost did it again.
Tackle by number 96, Brad Bryant.
A flag on the field. Got a couple injuries. Couple players down. Hopefully nothing serious here.
Welcome attack. Offense. 0.4.
So they're going to mark this off against the National Conference. And it's a big one. Now from the 41. Third and about 24.
Third down and 24.
So Congiali will try to strike big here in the next 2 or 3 plays. See if she could inch her way back into their territory. Dumps it off. And a great play call right here. Picks up, oh my goodness, about 22 yards. 21 yards. Excellent job by the National Conference. Candy Thompson with the reception from Congialdi.
Conference's 39-yard line.
And almost makes her way back to the first down marker. Third down and 4 for Congialdi and the National Conference in the All-American game here at the Colorado School of Mines football facility, Marv K Stadium. Flag on the field, delay game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still. Third down.
So after the 5-yard penalty, it'll be 3rd and 9
44-yard line.
from the 44. Congialdi, DC Divas, putting together a nice afternoon here as her team leads it. She rolls right, squares up, the lefty unloads. 2 defenders there, incomplete. 5:50 to go in the third quarter with the National Conference. With the ball on 4th and 9.
Fourth down and 9.
So the American Conference looking to stop the National Conference here and get the ball back. And the turnover on downs, Congialdi dumps it off again at the 40-yard line. Stopped the National Conference. American comes up, makes the tackle, and nice play. Thompson with the reception.
Tackle on the play by Brooks and Aguilar.
Brooks and Aguilar come up and make the defensive play. So American Conference with new life here with 5:20 to go in the All-American game.
American Conference takes the run down. 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Washington. Hands off and then back to the quarterback in the flea flicker. Can't do anything with it. Play broken up. And the American Conference scores with the halfback pass. Can't do anything with the flea flicker. And unfortunately, we have another player down at the 34-yard line for the National League. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Washington play action for the American Conference, and she's going deep. That's short.
Washington's pass intended for Segula, incomplete. Third down.
Segula couldn't get to that. Good coverage by the National Conference. American Conference trying to make a game of this one. They need to score soon and need a defensive stop on the National Conference to give themselves a chance here with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Segula, right side, cuts back, up ahead, still on her feet, and picks up about 9 yards.
Gain of 9 yards on the play, 4th down and 1.
4th and 1. American Conference trying to move the chains here. Saturday afternoon championship weekend. If you just joined us, this is the Women's Football Alliance, WFA, profootball.com. And the All-American game after we've seen 2 championships, Division I and Division II, and Washington does a great job getting outside and to the 41-yard line. She's knocked out of bounds.
First down, 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line of the National Conference.
Excellent work. First and 10. Washington has 3 receivers to her left. She looks to her left and then hits right over the middle. That's a good looking catch after that pass. Not an easy pass to catch either.
Pass complete to Walker.
On walk, Devin Walker,
On the play, 2nd down and 1.
Southern Oregon. The wide receiver with that catch. Great concentration. Big catch, 2nd and 1. This one short, lobbed up there, and dangerous throw. Conference can't make the play.
Pass intended for Walker. Broken up by number 43, Rose.
Rose make the defensive play. And now she is down. She jogged for about maybe 5 yards and then hit the turf. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. She looks exhausted. There's no question about that. She just rolled over on her back. And they'll help her up. Make sure she's okay and on her feet for the National Conference. Leading 28-12 in the All-American game. The Women's Football Alliance right here on WFA, profootball.com. Blake Olson along with Mike Harity producing and directing. Damon Blick on camera 1. And glad you joined us on this live stream. And all the action right here at the Colorado School of Mines magnificent campus and facility, football facility here at Marquez Stadium. It hit hard. Plummer, there's a flag on the turf. Plummer got hit and then slung to the ground. And a lot of talking going on right now in the stadium. And in American Conference, National Conference, All-American Game, you may expect that Barlow So after that personal foul, first down for the National Conference with 2:22 to go. Once again, another opportunity for the American Conference. Trying to cut the lead. Down 28-12. And Washington looks to her right. Delivers, tipped off one player and then to the other. Segula still on her feet at the 10, at the 5. Driving to the 2-yard line. She is so fun to watch. Wow. First down from the 2. Segula caught that pass. Ricochets into her hands and then stays on her feet. Sprints downfield. Inside the 5 to the 1.5-yard line right now. On first and goal for the American Conference in Washington, the quarterback, with Plummer back there, the outstanding back from Nevada. She has some lead blockers ahead of her, and there you go. Follow him. And Plummer into the end zone. Touchdown, American Conference. Here in the All-American Game, WFA. With 1:39 to go in the third quarter. And the Nevada fans having a good time up here in the upper deck at Marv K Stadium. Plummerized just happened again. There's a pass into the corner, incomplete. We're back in 1 minute for more action. All-American Game.
And with that drive, the National Conference with 28 and the American Conference with 18.
High kick, American Conference, taken by the National Conference at the 45 and up to the 49-yard line. Candy Thompson from Tampa Bay.
Thompson on the return.
Up to the 49 once again. So we've got an interesting football game right now with 1:30 to go. In the third quarter, left in the third quarter. (28-18). The National Conference with the ball. And they lead it by 10 with 1:30 to go in the third.
Substitution infraction. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
So a substitution infraction on the National Conference.
Result of the penalties, first and 5 from the 46.
Put your phone right there.
First and 5 now. Baker keeps it around the left side at the 30, at the 25, knocked out of bounds. Great job on the option after the read, pulls it, keeps it, and I believe we have another flag here. I'm not certain. So this one may be coming back. They're discussing it with the National Conference.
That was an inadvertent whistle. They will take the result of the play.
Inadvertent whistle. First down.
First down for the
National Conference. 28 to 18. Team in the blue jerseys, the National Conference with the lead. It'll be first and 10 from the 40. Angela Baker, the quarterback from Pittsburgh, who she hands off. Right side, running hard. Look at that tackle by Plummer. Coming up to wrap up on the strong and physical back from the National Conference. Rivers are on that right side, and Plummer wraps up nicely. Second down and 10. Baker rolling right. Great strike. After rolling left, squares up and delivers. And once again, Kozo, the wide receiver from Pittsburgh, and Baker, just no problem at all. Know each other well and making it look easy for the first down. It's first and 10 for the National Conference, and that will be all for the third quarter. As the third quarter comes to an end, we get ready for the fourth quarter in the All-American game, and it's an interesting one right now. 10-point lead for the National Conference. Come back in 1 minute for more action.
Vacate the stadium so that it can be reset for the Division I National Championship game at 8 p.m. this evening. Once again, when the game is over, we ask that you please vacate the stadium for the reset of the game between the Boston Renegades and the Cali War that will start at 8 p.m. this evening. Please hold on to your tickets if you have an all-weekend pass or an all-day pass. If you do not have a ticket for tonight's game, they will be available at the window for $20. Baker, the ball carrier. Result of the play is a national conference first down.
First down for the National Conference as we begin the third quarter. Fourth quarter and the third quarter. Seen a lot of quarters of football. Not near as many as we've done in the past, Mike Harity and myself and Damon Blick, but we've done a lot of quarters of football today. Left side, running strong, and Plummer is there again. Man, she will stand strong, wrap up. What a defensive player and a great back as well.
Rivers, the ball carrier.
Rivers around the left side. And now under 14 minutes to play in the All-American game. Plummer stepping up big for the American Conference, but the National Conference is knocking on the door here in the fourth quarter with under 14 to play. Baker has speed, rolls out, lets it fly. That's a beautiful catch. And I didn't see a signal. There's a flag on the turf and
Illegal motion. Offense.
legal motion on the offense.
From the previous
5 yards.
Still, second down.
So a break for the American Conference as they try to keep the National Conference out of the end zone here at Marv K Stadium.
10-yard line.
Baker will take the play into the huddle. Spencer behind Baker. Baker almost trips, lofts it up there in the corner, and a touchdown for the National Conference.
Pass complete. The floor for a national conference touchdown.
They up their lead to 34-18. And Pistol will attempt the extra point with under 12 minutes to play. And it's good.
Pistol's extra point is good. And with that drive, the National Conference
35 to
and the
18
American
now.
Conference with 18.
National Conference. Big strikes, big plays. Big time passes. And seeing the field and using space that they create in their offense with the speed, and they're looking good right now as the clock continues to tick with 11 minutes on the scoreboard, 35 to 18 in this All-American game. They want everyone to have a great experience here
Conclusion of the All-American game.
and appreciate just the opportunity and have some fun playing the game that they love. They certainly don't want any injuries here on this Saturday afternoon, July 13th in 2019 in the WFA Women's Football Alliance. Right here on WFA ProFootball.com. High kick at the 20-yard line, they'll take it. The American Conference at the 30-yard line, 28-yard line that is. Up ahead and hit hard.
Segula on the return.
And she is down. Segula running straight up on that one, and the National Conference delivers another nasty hit. That's football, bringing it. Veronica Rucker. Rucker with that
First
hit.
and 10 from the 32-yard line.
No mercy. Just over 9 minutes to play with Washington and the American Conference looking to find an answer here on offense.
Substitution infraction. Offense.
Substitution infraction. And the officials might going in and out. So we have a timeout. Water break for the American Conference in the All-American game. We're coming back with more action in 1 minute. Come back for the All-American game and 9 minutes to go. WFA Women's Football Alliance. Stay tuned.
For the Division I game, they will be available at the ticket window for just $20.
Washington hands off left side. Pride of Mississippi to the left. And driven out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Jackson, the ball carrier for the American Conference.
Gina Jackson, really good player this season, earns the right to play in this game. The All-American game, Washington, option, good look, excellent job. To read the mesh and then outside in the pitch to Brooks, and Brooks picks up the first down with 8 minutes to go. First and 10. Left side, stiff arm. Jackson again, another stiff arm. Stays on her feet. First down at the 30. She's going to take this one. It looks like at the 10-5, but tackled actually at about the 6-yard line. Big time run. Now this one's fun to watch here. Jackson left side, stiff arm. Look at it. Stays on her feet. Another stiff arm. It can't wrap up. And she is off to the races. And a good tackle right there by the National Conference. Saving the day, but can the American Conference get into the end zone? Plummer.
Plummer is the ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play.
.640 to go in the All-American game. Nevada, the champions in Division III, crowned them last night. And then in Division II, St. Louis, the slam win. And here we are in the All-American game. Women's Football Alliance and the National Conference leads, but the American Conference trying to punch it in here, Washington. Comes back, cuts back, and there's a flag on the field. And the clock continues to tick. Face mask on the defense.
Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So put the ball half the distance. Place it there. And this will be a great opportunity for the American Conference, but time is running out against the National Conference, so they need to score here. See if they can convert the 2-point conversion and then maybe get the ball back on an onside kick or stop the National Conference. And that one is not going to work out for the American Conference. It's a good thought. Trying to get Shantavia Brigham from the Mile High Blaze. The ball there and the handoff, but she could not find the end zone and loses a yard. We've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds in this one in the All-American Game, Women's Football Alliance. Here's the pitch around the right side, cutting back and into the end zone. Jackson, touchdown. American Conference. Jackson. So they cut the lead, 35-24. With 4:15 to play. And they need to have a little sense of urgency here because the clock continues to tick in this all-star game. And you can see it is definitely the end of the season. A lot of tired bodies and worn-out athletes down there. They have laid it all out on the line and left it all on the field this season in the playoffs and here in this all-star game. Plummer, left side, Plummer, the 2-point conversion. The star of the storm from Nevada with just about 3.5 minutes to play from Marv K Stadium in Golden, Colorado. You're watching the All-American Game, the National Conference versus the American Conference on WFA ProFootball.com. 35-26 National Conference, and trying to come away with the victory here at Campbell Field. Thanks to Mike Harity for producing and directing again from Localized Media, LOCLYZ.com. Your live stream leader in the Rocky Mountain West, LOCLYZ.com. Damon Blick as well. They're getting ready for the Division I championship game coming up at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. 2:24 to go. There's a timeout.
Once again, fans, we remind you at the conclusion of this game, we ask that you please leave the stadium area out into the concourse outside of the gate. Once you have done so, they will recheck tickets and allow everybody back inside that has a weekend pass, a Saturday pass, or has purchased the $20 single game ticket from the ticket window. This will allow the staff the opportunity to get ready for your National Conference Division I championship game kicking off at 8 p.m. this evening.
Here's the kick, and this one doesn't go 10 yards. The onside kick in the All-American Game. Women's Football Alliance. National Conference. Right now, they lead it 35-26. It's been a great game for all the best players in the league.
The penalty is declined.
So they decline the penalty. National League fired up about that. They need to hold on to the ball here and watch the clock tick so they can celebrate their championship here in the All-American game.
39-yard line.
Congialdi from the DC Divas at quarterback trying to finish this game off. And she keeps it after the mesh in the fake and still on her feet, breaking a tackle and hit hard with 1:09 to play in the game.
Number 34.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed these 3 games on WFA ProFootball.com and enjoyed the championship games in Division III and Division II. And then the All-American game. It's been very entertaining. We've seen some great athletes and some great coaches and football players here from all across the country in this amazing league, the WFA. Get out and support one of your local teams next season and take the family and enjoy pro football in your area, wherever you may be, in what time zone. East Coast, West Coast, Mountain Time Zone, Central Time Zone, and that will about do it. They call a timeout here. National Conference. And maybe they can go Hail Mary. Chuck this thing deep. See if they can get one more touchdown in the All-American game. Great job, Mike. Thanks for the hot dog. And the potato chips. And thanks to the WFA and Lisa and all the great people of the WFA and Colorado School of Mines for their hospitality once again. And Congialdi takes it in, and that does it. The National Conference wins the All-American game of the WFA. Once again, the final 35-26 here in Golden, Colorado at the Colorado School of Mines. For Damon Blick, Mike Harity, and all the great people at WFA and the Colorado School of Mines, have a great night and the rest of your weekend. I'm Blake Olson. Don't forget, you can follow me at Blake Olson 1, OLSON 1. 35-26 the final. Thanks for watching.
And enter the concourse area. They will begin to re-let you into the arena. Tickets that are valid will be a 2-day weekend pass, a single-day Saturday pass, or a single game ticket available for $20 if you have yet to purchase one.